I got bit by a tick. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave. This is GVA, Ghetto Van Adventures. And I got bit by a tick. And now I've had ticks latch onto me over the years. And I know how to take them off. This one was a little different. I took this one off, and a couple of days later, I had, it was sore. When something gets infected, like you cut yourself and get infected and that, it was sore. And I waited another day or two, and it got a little worse. So it had a scab on it. And now, if you're a little queasy, you might not want to listen to this. But anyway, I took the scab off it, and I tried to drain it in case there was any infection in it. And there wasn't. Nothing came out. And it was just red. Now, it got to be about yay big, okay? This on my side, right down here on my side. And it got to be sort of touch. And when I turned like this, like to pull over, it felt like something was tugging on my side. And then it started to feel like somebody had been punching me in the side. So, I called my doctor's office, and I got his nurse, and I've been with my doctor for a long time. Sorry, guys. I've been with my doctor for a long time. So, I went and I told her what happened. She goes, okay. She said, take a few pictures, send them down. So, I sent them down to my doctor, and he set up to talk to me the next day. So, he talked to me. Now, here's the thing. He gave me this medication in case I got Lyme disease. Well, I took the medication, and it was just pill form. And he said it might make you tired. The pharmacist warned me about it also. And, it made me tired because I was out for like 2-3 days. I think in 36 hours, I was up 2 hours. So it really wiped me out. I didn't feel good at all. And for the following couple days, I felt kind of off also. So I was on those for a week. Okay. Now, the day after I took those pills, it went to maybe about 9 inches long, about like that. Like, it grew substantially. And I mean, it felt like somebody punched me right in the side like 20 times. It wasn't sore, but it was uncomfortable. And I could feel every so often I move and I go, oh, jeez. And then when I started touching it, I'm going, something's not right. So I kept on it. And the pills ran out. Now, it had shifted to like a purpley, kind of like, almost like a big bruise. And the swelling had gone down, but the original spot was still kind of gross. Now, it was harder, and it was like peeling. Okay, the skin was kind of like peeling off. So I sat there and I went, geez, now what? So I called my doctor again, and I sent him another picture. And he called me back, and he was going, boy, you really got it. He's giving me, like, my doctor and I go back, and he speaks freely with me, and I speak freely with him. And that's a good relationship to have with your doctor. But anyway, so I got new medication. It's pretty heavy duty. Now, I know this sounds disgusting. I know it sounds disgusting, but my doctor warns me. He goes, listen, it's like an antibiotic sort of thing. And he goes, this is pretty potent. He said, there's something else with it. Like, I know the first part of it, but anyway, he says, pretty potent. He said, I'll tell you. He said, when you take it, he said, wait for a little while. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, when you start your pills, he said, wait for a little while. He said, because sometimes it can cause explosive diarrhea. That would suck. Can you imagine you're out walking around all of a sudden? Uh-oh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm like a child. I find that funny, but anyway, yeah. So it makes me think like whenever like I've had strokes. I'm on a pretty hefty blood thinner as it is. So it makes me think: are you prepared? Like I am. I know first aid. I know how to look after myself. I'm not squeamish in any way. And so that sort of stuff, looking after myself, isn't bad. But for some people, they don't like the sight of blood. They don't know how to assess themselves. And it made me realize that, just a little bit of knowledge on first aid can be very helpful because, like I know myself with my blood thinners. My doctor told me to take a tourniquet with me because if I fall and cut myself open, it's not like warfarin with vitamin K, like potassium. You put that on, it'll stop the bleeding. I have to wait till that gets out of my system, like my pills. So I'm not going to stop bleeding. So if I cut something bad and it's gushing blood, I have to be able to tie it off. I have to be able to assess the situation and say, do I need to stitch it? Because you know what? I could be in the middle of nowhere. Plain and simple. I could be in the middle of nowhere. So I have to realize, and I have a stitch kit, I have to realize, do I have to stitch it? Or can I glue it? Or what the situation may be? Or do I have to get medical assistance? Do I have to call medical assistance? And that, sometimes you get into an area where you don't have service with your cell phone. And my doctor always told me, he said, always take your cell phone with you in case, something happens. So, but sometimes there's no cell phone. So in that case, like I have a few people I rely on, like friends saying, okay, I'm going to be in this area. So if you don't hear from me in a couple days, well, guess what? There's something to be worried about. Sorry, these pills make me thirsty to dry my mouth out. So anyway, but you should be able to fix yourself and assess how serious the situation is, because you break a bone, you cut yourself open, you get bit by a tick and you start medication, you're out for a couple of days. That can leave you very vulnerable, especially out on the road. So my advice is, maybe do a little study, maybe talk to your doctor, maybe take a couple classes, first aid classes, just to see how to address situations, because I don't have anybody else I can rely on when I'm out the road. It's just myself. So I have to realize that, I have to realize that, I have to make the best assessment of what's going on, and I have to be able to treat myself and look after myself. And that's one of the things about van life. You really have to be able to do things on your own, because it's hard. It may be very hard for some people because you're used to sharing things or having other people around. When you're stuck in the middle of the woods and you've twisted your ankle or you broke a finger or got a tick bite or whatever, you need to know how to deal with it. So, I'm up and running again. As good as it gets, I guess. I don't have any side effects over the new medication I'm on, so that's a good thing. The other medication that prevent Lyme disease is over. Hopefully I don't get Lyme disease. Chances are you don't, but that's done and finished with. So I'm feeling like one day after I stop those pills, I'm feeling great. So I just wanted to touch base with you, let you know what was going on, and let you know that if you plan on doing stuff like this, you might run into health emergencies, and you better be able to know how to respond to them, how to treat yourself well, and look after yourself, because when you're out on the road and you're by yourself, there's nobody but you. Anyway, guys, you take care. Please be safe on the road.